Hello, this is Susan Tiefenbrunn, and today I'm going to talk to you about the Eastman Johnson Cranberry Harvest, Island of Nantucket, done in 1880. This is a genre scene from the island of Nantucket, Massachusetts. Eastman Johnson, who was born in 1824 and died in 1906, has been praised as the most American of American painters. In 1849, he moved to Dusseldorf and enrolled in the Royal Academy, and he worked a little later in the studio of the American artist Emanuel Leutze. He went to Holland in late 1851, and he achieved great skills. He was offered the position of court painter in The Hague, but he declined this honor. He moved then to Paris in 1855 to study with Thomas Couture. He returned to the United States later that year in 1855 on the date of his mother's death. Although he was foreign trained, he wanted to find an American subject matter to paint that would allow him to reveal his European technical achievements. He went to Wisconsin and he made sketches, but he never fulfilled them into paintings. Then he painted his family's Georgetown neighborhood. This was a great success, and he was elected an associate of the National Academy of Design. Johnson's reputation grew, and he became the foremost American figure painter. He did portraits of the leaders of the East Coast Society. In the 1870s, Johnson began to paint genre scenes from the island of Nantucket, Massachusetts, where he and his family spent their summers. The painting in the Timken, The Cranberry Harvest, the island of Nantucket, is the culmination of Johnson's Nantucket work, celebrating New England outdoor life. Now let's look at the Cranberry Harvest painting. In the Cranberry Harvest, Island of Nantucket painting, we see a bog on the north shore of Nantucket Island, along the region known as the Cliff. The bog is painted as brown with dried grasses and some wild flowers and red berries. People in this painting are mostly women, children, and old men picking berries. The picked berries are then loaded onto a wagon off to the right. In the distance, figures singly and in pairs climb the cliff toward North Road. This is a very detailed landscape. In the distance, we see the Nantucket spires, we see a lighthouse, and some shipping going on. The figures in the foreground are very real, and our attention is drawn to the kneeling cranberry pickers, and of course, to the only figure standing, which is a woman with a hat, looking perhaps at an approaching boy carrying an infant, maybe her own infant. Johnson even painted a windmill on the horizon, left of center, to give us a better idea of the Nantucket landscape. This is a late afternoon scene with a pink glow at the horizon. And the cranberry pickers themselves are wearing bright-colored clothing. They all exchange glances and gestures. The emotion of the people in this painting is very restrained. Johnson had an evocative rather than a descriptive technique. This evocative technique gives an air of spontaneous truth to the painting. It is as if he is painting what he sees. He's not trying to make a political statement about the plight of the cranberry pickers. Johnson painted 17 paintings of the cranberry harvest.